Okay, so in this box, I'm trying to grow a rare, edible, non-toxic, delicious mushroom for cooking. Okay, see I have a log in here, and I see there's a log I dug out of my yard of a tree. See, trees had been cut down, and there was a remaining part of the tree, and I cut it, and every day I keep the plastic. I poked holes in the plastic. I don't know if you can see in the light, but there's a hole right there. So that the mycelium and the future fruiting of the plant, the mushroom plant, fungus, can grow, because it needs air to breathe, but it also needs moisture. So every day I just spray a little moisture on there. You could look up videos on mushroom growing at home on YouTube. And I ordered what's it called? Is it a serum? A mushroom serum? So a culture. That's what it is. It's a culture. You can order it online, and they ship it to you. And so I ordered one, and I'm trying to grow mushrooms. Okay, and my furnace just came on here. Okay, so back into my activity room here. Okay, so there are a few other things that I got that I want to show you. Hold on. Okay, so here I got a sextant, which is an instrument that you use. Quite often sailors use it to look at heavenly bodies in the, globes in the sky, such as stars and the moon and planets, to calculate where their coordinates is. They're in the ocean, and they need to know where they're at, and so they use this instrument to look at this heavenly bodies, and then they can calculate what their coordinates are. However, you could also use this instrument for daily record keeping, and fluxes in time become evident with it. See, I could go into my backyard, and I could look at an object and then adjust. See, there's a glare there. Sorry about that. Could adjust, where what I'm looking at, and the angularity. And I'll talk more about how to use a sextant in a future video. But these are instruments that you may want to consider having in your home, whether you have an activity room or not. Once again, this is brass in a wood box. This is a wooden box. And here I have a compass and a sundial. So you just take it out, and then you put the sundial up like that, and then it's a sundial. See how it's a sundial? And then in there's a compass. See? And this also is made of brass, and this is a wood box. Then here I have a small telescope, and this is very useful to look at objects. And it may look like a toy, but it is very functional. This is a very functional telescope, and it has the magnification that it does. Okay, and these are very, very useful and practical instruments to have. There is a spiritual reason why. If you are studying fluxes in time and quantum science, these are instruments you want to have. These are things that you need to have in order to do so. So these things are not only useful at sea, but they are useful for people who live very inland, who are studying quantum sciences. Because in your daily records, fluxes in time are very evident. You can see how things have fluxed and changed just from your observations using these instruments. Okay? All right. So, and of course, I mentioned that I had a brass armillary and a globe of the constellations and of the Earth here. Okay, hold on. All right, and in my cupboard here I have the serum. This is the package that the mushroom culture came in. It's this one here. Okay, and I also have a weather instrument here. See, I don't know if the lighting is... if you just have one of these, just having this in your home, see how this is a weather wind instrument? You kind of screw it on, attach it to your fence or whatever, and then it measures the wind and the rain, and it has a thermometer, and it has a, what other measures does it have? It has 5 different things about the weather that it measures. And even if you have one in your home and you don't even attach it, use it, okay, just having it at home, there is something that the turkeys in the spiritual plane who undermine our lives, there is something they cannot do just because you have it, okay? I mean, I just have it in my home and there's something they cannot do. Of course, I want to go ahead someday and to go ahead and attach it outside so I could make these scientific observations. But, I mean, just having it in your home, they already cannot do something because you have it readily available. And there's also something about the stages of fluxes in time. If they're going to make a flux in time and deadlock the world or whatever, there's these natural stages, and this can be a part of a stage if need be. And because it can be, there's something they won't do. They're not going to do it naturally because it can be a part of a stage and naturally will be if it's going to be, you know. So just having these items, not only the weather meter instrument, but also the sextant and the compass and the sundial and the telescope, are worth having anyway. Now, we can think to ourselves, well, that makes pretty decor. I could just put this on my office desk and it looks like pretty decor. It is pretty decor. It's nice. It's sophisticated and everything. But you want it functional. This is a true telescope or a microscope. It is functional. I can actually look through it with magnification, okay? I mean, it needs to be a true functional instrument that really is a microscope. It's not just a faux microscope. You see, it is a true actual microscope. Okay. All right, hold on. Okay, so you could just imagine, you know, having a few more furniture. Yes, I want quilting equipment. I mean, I do need a few more blankets and things like that. It would be nice if I already had this equipment so I could make it myself, huh? You can imagine, you know, a work table, a drafting table, but naturally, I'm not going to get those yet unless, you know, there happens to be, a very good deal and sale. Like I'm, you know, shopping on Amazon.com or whatever, and there happens to be a very, you know, good sale, you know, then I go ahead and just get a drafting table, okay? I would consider it. Yet depends on nature and etc., you know. But if there's something that really I don't know this good of a deal on a nice piece of furniture, I don't want to pass that because it doesn't seem to happen too often. I would then consider just going ahead and getting it because I could afford it at that time. So there are possible exceptions I would make to this, but I would rather not. I mean, you know, of course I want the deals to, you know, a good bargain to happen, but okay, so, you know, you could just imagine, you know, naturally, you know, I have prioritized getting a few folding tables that are wooden, that are inexpensive, you know, and that sort of thing that I'm going to be getting first that are practical, and folding wooden chairs, etc. There's also another kind of chair that I would like to bring to your attention that is a very special chair. Okay, on to my next video.